infinite wisdom, a power that moves me, a great celebration of life, like beautiful music that heals me and soothes me, bringing me into the light. Knowing the truth, I'm always renewed, seeing myself reflecting in you, knowing I'm whole and I understand, touching the soul of all that I am. Wonderful Spirit with arms that enfold me, comforting me here and now. All of my needs are met, and even if I forget, I'm taken care of somehow. Knowing the truth, I'm always renewed, seeing myself reflecting in you, knowing I'm whole and I understand, touching the soul of all that I am, touching the soul of all that I am, touching the soul of all that I am. Heavenly Kingdom.
Good evening. I'm Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle. I welcome you to Unity of Sarasota, where something good is always happening. And this evening, it's happening right here where we are, and it is happening right where you are. And so we know that the good is in abundance, and so it is everywhere. I just want to welcome Elaine Silver back and thank her for being our musical guest this evening. And you can get lots more of Elaine Silver just by going, Alexa, play Elaine Silver, right? So check it out and check out her website. This woman has written so much music, and she has so many CDs available and music everywhere. So she is painting the planet with music, so check it out.
Thank you, Susie.
Check it out. Also want to just let you know that you are most welcome to join your energy with ours, knowing that we are all one, interconnected in the wholeness and the unity of spirit, that there is no distance or separation, even though we are physically not in the same room. We are one. We are simply one. I also want to let you know that there are lots of opportunities for you to connect in a virtual and interactive way. We have lots of small groups. Some are exercise, we've got yoga and Tai Chi. We have some small groups. We've got a few little classes and more things to come. Best place for you to find out about all of that is to go to our website, unityofsarasota.org, and you'll find all of the offerings there, but you will also be able to subscribe to the newsletter, which comes out with 2 editions per week, one informational, one inspirational, that keeps you informed of everything that's going on and what you can be involved in. So we asked you to go take a look and see and partake. We've created a smorgasbord of spiritual offerings, and so we invite you to partake at the table. So please check it out. Love to have you participate in some of the things that we are doing. So I'm going to move us into prayer so that we can get centered and really be fully present. And so I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable, otherwise a soft gaze, fuzzy focus, and simply allow your body to begin to relax. Feel your shoulders moving down and just shake it all out and allow yourself to just be fully present. And one of the best ways that we can be fully present to the Father, Mother, God, Spirit within us and all around us and to our own unique expression of that one spirit is to breathe in deeply to the center of our being. So breathe in, hold that space, and then exhale fully. And I invite you to do it again. Breathe in, hold, and then exhale fully. And 3 is always a beautiful spiritual number, so let's do it again. Breathe in deeply, hold, and exhale fully. The breath is a very, very powerful, very spiritual thing. Spirit, breath, inspiration, the in-breath of spirit. Knowing that each time we breathe in, we literally breathe in the inspiration, the breath of spirit, the very living experience of spirit. And each time we breathe out our own unique and individualized expression of spirit as us. And so it's wonderful that we have this time together to remind ourselves and each other who we truly are and to live into the fullness of our being. For this awareness of the truth of who we are, and most importantly, for our willingness to live in, through, and as that truth in all that we think, say, and do, I am eternally grateful. And so it is, and together we say, thank God within and all around me.
We are connected by the heart. Where do you end and where do I start? Anything you pray for, if fear is in your way, I am here to listen to anything you need to say. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. I hear the worries that are in your way. There's nothing I can do to take your pain away, but I'll help you reconnect with that voice that's deep inside. Let angels wrap you in their love and let spirit be your guide. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. It's my prayer. Your prayer is my prayer too. It's my prayer. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too.
So our daily word today is comfort. comfort. Wow. God's love comforts me. That's our affirmation. God's love comforts me. Say that with me. God's love comforts me. I turn to prayer for comfort and solace, especially during times of grief and loss. Whether that loss pertains to a job, a goal, a relationship, or a death, I am gentle with myself as I process my grief. My mind and heart may grasp for reasons why. I may never know, but I soothe myself by remembering that I can find comfort in the spirit within, and I feel blessed. I am safe to be exactly as I am as I process my grief. If I need to cry, I do so freely. However I express my emotions throughout the transitions in my life, divine love envelops and supports me. As I accept change and loss, I emerge from this experience confident and strong, knowing that God is in all, through all, and as all. And our scripture comes from Psalms 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? And again, the affirmation, God's love comforts me. You know, one of the biggest losses that we are all experiencing right now is the loss of the life we've known. Our lives have changed immensely this year, and so there's a lot of grief that goes with that. That which we've become used to is not happening in our lives right now. But there is something that is constant and consistent that is in our lives, and that is the comfort of God's love within and all around. And remember that. And every time you look in the face of another person, remember that that is an expression, that person is an expression of that same loving comfort of God. And so take comfort in one another as well.
Have no fear. Have no fear. God is near. God is everywhere, and God's right here. God is one. God's in me too. God's in everyone, and God's within you. Sometimes I'm alone and I think I'm separate, feelings coming up from deep within. Then I think again and remember oneness healing me. Have no fear. God is near. God is everywhere, and God's right here. No, I'm not alone, feeling Spirit's presence. Everywhere is home, for I'm in God's mind. Knowing all is one, I reveal its essence every time. Have no fear. God is near. God is everywhere, and God's right here. God is everywhere, and God's right here. It's fun for me to get to sing some of these songs that I wrote so long ago, and being here regularly with Reverend Susie's given me an opportunity to Go through the computer memory banks and pull them out.
Well, it's kind of like fashion. What's old is new, you know? So pretty soon we'll start wearing bell bottoms again.
Oh,
you know?
like, you mean like tonight?
Yeah, hey, what the heck? What we did, we did it. You did the Beatles thing, and I think Phil and I did a 60s night one time. So, yeah, we can have fun.
Everything old is new again.
All right. So, comfort. God's love comforts me. And for me to feel comfortable at the human level, I thought, I haven't really thought about the word comfort in a long time. And, sometimes we know what comfort is by knowing what discomfort is. And sometimes we get ultra focused on the discomfort and we forget what comfort is. So I decided to do the very basic thing of looking in the dictionary to see what the dictionary had to say about comfort. And what it says is that comfort is a state of physical ease and freedom from pain and constraint. It is the easing or the alleviation of a person's feelings of grief or distress. It's consolation in a time of trouble or worry. It is a feeling of relief and encouragement. And this is my favorite. Comfort is contented well-being, a satisfying or enjoyable experience. Comfort. I like that. And so I thought about this idea of comfort, and I thought, how many times in my life have I had the expectation that somebody else should do the things that would set up the environment that would make me comfortable? Because, there's an advantage in that, because then we don't have to be responsible. We're saying, well, I'm uncomfortable because of you. I'm uncomfortable because of that guy. Instead of taking responsibility for allowing ourselves to be the orchestrator of our comfort. And so what I concluded was that it's really my choice to experience comfort or not. It's my choice, because it's an inside job. I mean, you all could do everything in your power to make me comfortable, and if I'm not comfortable inside, I won't even be able to relate to that comfort that you've created for me. So it really is an inside job, and it begins with me, with my willingness to move into comfort. And the reality is, in my opinion, that the possibility of comfort exists within every single one of us. It's already in there. Got to wake it up sometimes and go, hey, comfort, you in there? Come on, let's dance. Because the place to look for comfort is inside, the spirit within us and all around us. If we really are anchored in the spirit within us, that peace and comfort and love will be there, and literally it will wash over us as well. It moves from the inside. Like, you ever seen those chocolate wedding fountains? And they go like this, and then it starts in here, and then all this chocolate bubbles up over the thing. It's pretty magnificent. So imagine comforts like that we tap into that comfort and peace, that love of God within, and we allow it to just bubble up and wash over us. And then we've got comfort inside and out. We draw our strength and our peace from that infinite source of comfort, which is within. And it begins with us making the choice to connect with Father, Mother, God, Spirit in a deep way. And the way that we get good at connecting in that love and oneness and light and peace and comfort of Spirit is through spiritual practice. It's not a drive-by kind of situation. It doesn't work that way. It requires us being still and being in communion with, in union with, in the oneness of the source, Father, Mother, God, Spirit, and all of the attributes of that source, comfort and peace being one of them. That sense of comfort comes from us recognizing and connecting with the presence of Spirit that lives within us, that lives within each of us. So sometimes I can be in the presence of your comfort. When I'm temporarily not able to tap into my own, I can lean into your sense of comfort, and vice versa. And then we can draw it out in one another. Charles Fillmore, our founder, wrote, "Spirit gives comfort and cheer and reveals the truth to us." And the truth is that all is well within us if we take the time and the practice to connect with that and to tap into that peace and strength and love and power and light and presence. And when we do that, no matter what's going on all around us, no matter what the circumstances are, the truth of the comfort and the peace is at the center of our being. Comfort and peace are at the center of our being because spirit is at the center of our being. Now, in the human experience in particular, we each have our own comfort zone, right? We each have our own comfort zone, which really is a mental and emotional construct that helps us to kind of navigate through life. It sort of defines our routine of our daily life, and it buoys us up with things like familiarity and safety and security. And that somehow, begins to give us a sense of peace and comfort. But much of that is reflected from the outside. And so we sometimes confine ourselves in a comfort zone. We keep things out, but we also keep us in. Now, having a comfort zone can be a healthy thing for many situations in our lives. I mean, it's good to have sort of that anchor place, that your happy place, to have that comfort zone as sort of an anchor, maybe a home base in a way. And something that is also very healthy and very, very powerful and important is to step out of our comfort zone in order to grow and transform. And by transform, I mean transform more and more and more into the truth of who we are. Not to transform into somebody else, but to transform more fully into the authenticity of our being, the spirit that we are. John Asaraf wrote, "A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. It tends to remain the same." And staying wrapped up in the cocoon of our familiar comfort zones may cause us to miss some new experiences and challenges that are happening all around us. I mean, they just whoop, whoop, how fast was it going when you missed it, So the thing about a resistance to stepping out of our comfort zone is that what we fear most is that we might fail, and that would be a crummy feeling. We might fail and people might notice that we failed and we might not look so good. Or that we might even get hurt. Relationships, that's a good example of people being willing to step out of their comfort zone and to even venture into a relationship. Because many people say, I'm just not going to do relationships and that way I won't get hurt, right? But you're missing out on some wonderful challenges and experiences. And so, what we fear sometimes is that we might fail, not look good, not do it right, might get hurt, or might hurt somebody else. But the reality is that most of us have the ability to rise to the occasion and to succeed in those places where we're willing to step out of our comfort zone. It's a very powerful and empowering experience to step out of your comfort zone. And sometimes the very disruption to our lives and the resulting soul searching that it causes is a gift. All of us have been forced to step out of our comfort zones during this time. I knew 2020 was going to be a powerful year. What I had in mind was quite different from how it's turned out. But it has been a powerful year, and we've all had to step out of our familiar comfort zones and step into new zones and to begin to embrace them and work with them, right? We've all had to do that. But what that does is it gives us an opportunity to see in new ways and with fresh eyes and to have new experiences and to tap into areas of creativity we didn't even know we had, And there are benefits. There really are benefits to being willing to step out of our comfort zone. And so I just want to share some of the benefits of stepping out of our comfort zone. Neil Donald Walsh said, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. That's where the real party begins, is at the end of your comfort zone. That's where it gets exciting. So the first benefit is that your authentic life is out there waiting for you. Actually, it's in here waiting for you, saying, hey, I'm right here, right here. And so your real life, your authentic life exists beyond the bubble of your own personal thoughts and feelings and beliefs and agendas. Your real life is the sum total of all of your experiences, not just the ones that you're comfortable with. I have to tell you, the things that have caused me to grow the most in my life were the most uncomfortable times of my life. You know, when I thought, oh, this is surely the end, or at least I hope it is, right? And then you blossom out of that. It's like, I'm at the very bottom. And then, boom, you blossom out of that into a whole new universe. And realize, wow, that whole new universe is more of the authentic me. And so the second benefit is challenging yourself, because challenging yourself pushes you to dip into and utilize your personal storehouse of untapped knowledge and wisdom and resources, things you didn't even realize you had until you were pushed into an uncomfortable place. And suddenly, you realize, I must be some kind of genius. Yeah? You have no idea what you're made of unless and until you venture outside of your own comfort zone into the mystery of Spirit's creation. One of the third benefit of stepping out of the comfort zone is stepping out of your comfort zone, and I would add this, in partnership with Spirit, regardless of the outcome, is a growth opportunity. It's a deepening opportunity. Even if you make mistakes or you don't do it right the first time, those become experiences that you can tap into in the future. Because now, guess what? You have more experience than you had before you stumbled. You know, what did the Buddhists say? Fall down 7 times, get up 8. That's 8 comfort zones they've been in. Oops, fell down, get up. Oops, fell down, get up. Each time you're accumulating experience and wisdom. So there really is no such thing as fail, especially if you get something out of the experience. Say, what am I to know out of this experience? What am I to learn out of this experience? Where's the golden nugget? You know, or as the old joke goes, you know, that the kid walks into a room full of horse poop and says, wow, there's got to be a pony in here somewhere, you know? So willing to step beyond the comfort zone and see what's not obvious. Fail, and this is a good one, you might want to write this one down. Fail, F-A-I-L, can be reframed to mean first attempt in learning. First attempt in learning. Fail. So fail forward every opportunity you get, folks, because you're just getting better and better and better and expanding your comfort zone. The fourth benefit is don't settle for mediocre just to avoid stepping out of your comfort zone, because that is too big a price to pay. Too big of a price to pay. Every time you try something new and allow yourself to be open to the new experience that arises, you're learning, you're deepening, and you're expanding. And as you do this, you also expand the size of your comfort zone. So suddenly, you know, you only had this much. Now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You must be some kind of genius, right? You must be good at everything. We're getting there. So the fifth benefit is leaving your comfort zone helps you to get comfortable with change. And guess what, my friends? Change is inevitable. It's happening all the time. Change. It helps you to get comfortable with change. Life's transitions are all about change. And each time you transition or move to another level of consciousness, you go into a new comfort zone. And these life transitions literally transform us into more of who we truly are. They transform us into who we've come here to be. Instead of playing a role or a persona, we get authentic. You know, the only person who can be you is you. Nobody can do Susie like I do, you know? And a lot of a lot of that came out of being willing to step out of my comfort zone and become more of the Susie that I am. Now, sometimes it may seem overwhelming to step into the unknown like that. You know, it's like, wow, is there solid ground there, or am I stepping into the abyss? It can feel overwhelming. It can feel very mysterious. But think of it this way. We move from our comfort zone into the awkward zone because it's new to us. It's not familiar. We don't know all the ins and outs of that new zone, so it feels awkward. But that's okay, because then that awkward zone becomes our new comfort zone, and on and on and on and on. Make small changes. Make small changes that take you out of your everyday routine and what's familiar. I mean, it's little things like put on your pants differently than you usually do. Put the other leg in first than the one you always do. I occasionally take a different route home just so that I actually remember the drive, you know? Because too many times I go from A to B and I have no recollection of the journey. And unfortunately, too many of us do that in our lives. So shake up your routine a little bit. Get away from the familiar. Do something new. Those are just little things you can do. But here, you know, really push yourself out of your comfort zone into the awkward zone, into a new comfort zone by undertaking some sort of creative project where you must think and act in new ways, where you have to be different than you've always been, where you learn something new. You open yourself up to all kinds of new experiences. And know this, at the base of all of that, the number one thing to remember, the foundation, is that Father, Mother, God, Spirit is always with you, within and all around you. And lean in to the comfort of that oneness and wholeness, and it will bring you peace and empowerment and excitement. And so let's take a moment to go within and practice connecting with the allness and the comfort of Spirit. And so I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable, otherwise a soft gaze, anything that keeps you from being distracted from this very moment. And again, let's take a nice deep centering breath in, hold, and then exhale fully. And again, deep breath. Hold, exhale fully. Deep breath. Hold, exhale fully. Keep breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. And know that when we take the time to move into the center of our being, we do find there peace and comfort. And it has a positive effect on us, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in every way. And so continue that breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. And just imagine yourself, the authenticity of your being. Feel it sinking down deeper and deeper and deeper into the peace, the love, the comfort of Spirit. Almost feel yourself like you're floating down and you land on this fluffy cloud. And you're like, wow, that's just wonderful. Feel yourself just sort of lying there on this fluffy cloud. You know that you're held in the comfort and the peace and the love of God. Feel yourself just relaxing into it. And pretty soon you don't really even see the boundaries or distinctions between you and this spirit cloud of love and light and peace and comfort. And you really begin to feel the oneness and the wholeness of God. No distinction, just oneness. And you feel completely at peace. completely comfortable, nurtured, held, buoyed and sustained. And so you just feel yourself resting in the allness of spirit. And so as you relax there and float there in the comfort and peace and the power and the presence of spirit, imagine your life with even more inner peace and comfort and love and light and presence. Imagine how that feels inside. In fact, feel it right now. Feel what that presence of spirit within you and all around you feels like. Feel that fluffy cloud of comfort, peace, just floating, being. And as you experience that inner calm, that inner peace, that inner comfort, imagine it spilling out into your life in all of your activities and interactions in life. And just imagine how your day goes when you feel completely comfortable with yourself, at peace with yourself, at peace and comfortable with all that exists in your life, all the people, all the circumstances, all that's unfolding from within you outward, all of the experiences that come your way, all of the people that come your way. Feel yourself just easily, gracefully, effortlessly moving through your life. And the boundaries of your comfort continue to expand and invite you into new adventures and experiences. Just feel that. What does that look like? What does it feel like? What do you be like? Just sink into that and imagine vividly in your mind's eye and feel it in your soul. A life of peace and comfort, of love, of light, of presence. Continue breathing. This simple act of imagining the peace and the comfort of Father, Mother, God within brings more of the inner and outer experience of peace and comfort to your life. And know that you can imagine it in any moment and thereby experience it at any moment. You choose to connect with the love, the light, the presence, the power, the peace, the comfort that is spirit within and all around you. And so gently bring your awareness back to this time and space wherever you are, and very gently begin to open your eyes. And know that you can go back to this happy place of peace and comfort anytime you choose, no matter what's happening all around you. And so blessings on your journey of comfort, open to receive the love, and the light and the peace that is Father, Mother, God, Spirit, that is you. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen.
I'm trusting Spirit to meet all my needs. When I trust in Spirit, I always succeed. Energy flowing, the light brightly shines. Spirit divine. Sometimes I'm frightened and feeling confused. Then I remember that I'm being used and exalted by Spirit divine. Spirit divine. I'm open and willing, and I'm filling up. The blessings I feel overflow in my cup, with gratitude pointing me to the one mind. Spirit divine. I'm open and willing, and I'm filling up. The blessings I know overflow in my cup, with gratitude pointing me to the one mind. Spirit divine. I'm trusting Spirit to meet all my needs. When I trust in Spirit, I always succeed. Energy flowing, the light brightly shines. Spirit divine. With gratitude pointing me to the one mind. Spirit divine. Spirit divine. Spirit divine.
And so this is our opportunity to prove that we live in an abundant universe and we're in partnership with a generous God. And so it's our opportunity to give in support of this spiritual community so that we can continue to support our spiritual community and the greater community. And so I ask you to take whatever gift that you're giving, whether it be a blessing, a prayer, a credit card number, a check, let's see what else we have. Let's see, a tiara.
Gold coins.
Gold coins, doubloons, gold brick.
Wampum.
Let's see, what else? Diamonds are forever. Whatever it may be. Surely I jest, not really. Whatever you are sending our way, please hold it to your heart right now and infuse it with the power and the presence of Spirit. Infuse it with the power and the presence of love and peace and grace and harmony and wholeness and health, of comfort, of everything positive and good. Infuse that energy in your gift and know that the energy travels with the gift, picking up more energy on its way, expanding beyond where it started, and including more and more and more in its path. And so know that that which has come to us moves through us and back out to do greater work still. And for this we are eternally grateful. And together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen.
I want to wish everybody a happy autumnal equinox, which was yesterday, and first full day of autumn. And the song that I made is called Thoughts Become Things, and I wrote it I think in 2008, on the first day of fall, and how powerful our thoughts are, and they can bring us comfort too. It goes like this. Summer into fall, winter into spring, listen to the call that thoughts become things, thoughts become things, I let my wishes ring, I'm awakening, the pendulum swings, to thoughts becoming things, the blessings they can bring, aware that I'm aware, my thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer, my thinking is a prayer, thoughts become things. My wishes sing. I'm affirming now, God's declaring how each and every hour I tap into the power of universal law. It brings a state of awe. The magic of the mind is out of space and time, out of space and time, out of space and time. I'm opening. I'm awakening. Thoughts become things, the pleasures they can bring, the treasures of a king. I am one with everything, I am one with everything, I am one with everything. Summer into fall, winter into spring, listen to the call that thoughts become things, 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 thoughts become things. Choose good ones. So it is.
Thank you. Thank you. So as we begin to close, I just want to remind you that you are invited to join us on Sunday morning at 10:30 for our celebration service, and again next Wednesday evening at 7 for our music and inspiration. And lots of things online, interactive, not just the host interacting, but interactive with each other. So we are finding new and creative ways to stay connected and engaged and to expand our comfort zones. And so we have lots of opportunities to do that in these times. And the way that we think ourselves into this becomes a prayer. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become our experience. So think good thoughts. Think comfort. Think peace, presence, power. Think what it is that you want to experience. And then I would ask that you join me in moving deeply into prayer with one another and with Father, Mother, God, knowing and affirming that we, human beings, are finding our way, that we are finding our way to be in balance with Mother Nature, with one another, with all that exists on planet Earth, with all that exists politically, professionally, powerfully, personally, in every way, in every aspect of our lives, that we live from the center outward, that each of us becomes the authentic being that we are called here to be, and our doingness arises out of that beingness, and that as each one moves into the authenticity of their being, that we individually rise up in consciousness and we collectively rise up in consciousness and move into collaboration, cooperation, oneness, wholeness, complete, perfect, powerful, as sentient beings, as messengers of the high thoughts of God. And we heal ourselves, we heal this planet, we heal all of the interactions that exist on this planet in the oneness, the power, the presence, the peace, the love, the light, and the comfort of Father, Mother, God, Spirit. And so we raise each other. We raise each other up. And for this awareness of the truth and the power of our being, I am eternally grateful. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen. Blessings on your journey this week.